Today I'm going to tell you about 6 people of peace, 5 that won the Nobel Peace Prize, and 1 who should have. First, let me tell you a little bit about Alfred Nobel. He's the one who started the Nobel Peace Prizes. He was born in 1833 in Sweden. He was a chemist, an engineer, a businessman, an entrepreneur. He was the author of poetry and drama, and he held over 300 patents for his inventions. The most famous invention of his is dynamite. In his will, he left a fortune to fund prizes for achievements in the areas of physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and peace. The Nobel Peace Prize has been awarded 100 times, starting in 1901. Jane Addams was awarded the Peace Prize in 1931. She was the first American woman to ever win the Peace Prize. She was a pacifist. She loudly opposed U.S. involvement in World War I, and she believed democracy, social justice, and peace had to advance together to achieve any one. Besides her work promoting international peace, Addams was a progressive social reformer who advanced the settlement house movement. Chicago's Hull House was established by Addams, and it's one of the most famous of the settlement houses. Aung San Suu Kyi was given the 1991 Peace Prize for her nonviolent struggle for democracy and human rights in her native Burma, also known as Myanmar. The reason she won the prize was because she advocated for democracy against Myanmar's military rulers in the late 1980s. After ushering in democracy in Burma, she served in the democratic government, most recently as Foreign Secretary. She did face criticism, however, for her alleged refusal to recognize the mistreatment of the Rohingya. That's a group of minority Muslims in predominantly Buddhist Burma who some have alleged have been mistreated at the hands of the military of Myanmar. Jimmy Carter earned the 2002 Peace Prize for his decades of untiring effort to find peaceful solutions to international conflicts, to advance democracy and human rights, and to promote economic and social development. Of course, you'll also remember he was a U.S. president, and during his administration, he was instrumental in the Camp David Accords, which established peace between bitter enemies Israel and Egypt. Next up is the man who was perhaps the most deserving of the Peace Prize, but he actually never received it, Mohandas Gandhi. He was nominated 5 times for his peaceful resistance to British rule in India. So why this oversight? Some have asked if politics played a role. Were the Norwegian committee members perhaps afraid to make a prize award, which might be hurtful to the relationship between Norway and Great Britain? What about ethnicity? It wasn't until 1960 that the first non-European or non-American was awarded the Peace Prize. Were the committee members unable to appreciate the struggle for freedom among non-European peoples? The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. received the 1964 Peace Prize for his nonviolent campaign against racism and for his leadership in the struggle for civil rights. He had a dream that all Americans would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. That's from his I Have a Dream speech given during the March on Washington. Dr. King was a student of Gandhi's philosophy of nonviolence, and he was inspired by the radical, transformative power of Jesus Christ, whom he called an extremist for love. Mother Teresa of Calcutta won the Peace Prize in 1979. She, like King, was inspired by the love of God to help the poorest of the poor in Calcutta, India. She built orphanages, nursing homes for lepers, and hospices for the terminally ill. She cared for people on the margins of that society. Mother Teresa said, "I see God in every human being. When I wash the leper's wounds, I feel I'm nursing the Lord Himself." There you have 6 people of peace, 5 Nobel Peace Prize winners, and 1 who should have been a winner.